Hello and welcome along to our latest edition of Greyhound Gold. David Short and Brett Honey with you. How do you do, Honey man?
G'day Shorty, going well. It's all just starting to heat up, isn't it? Mandurah Middle Distance Challenges, Holiday Coast Finals, Puppy Classics. It's all happening at the moment as we start to put this puzzle together, which is the Perth Cup and Galaxy upcoming. Sand Gropers, really good time to be getting stuck in with the WA dogs, and hopefully we can find a few more winners this week. And I think there's a couple there that we can certainly get involved in.
Certainly, and good luck to our WA dogs across there in Victoria at the
Yeah,
Meadows on Saturday night as well. Great to see WA representation. We'll be cheering hard for you on a Saturday night.
Well.
Let's go back to last week, though, to kick things off. Our run of the week. It came up. It was a special win for a special lady. It was in the free-for-all over the 520 metres. And having a look at the replay, momentum begins really well from box number 1. We can just start to see Granite Song in box number 4 really start to rev up. Eventually gets across through that first corner. Ripon Tomahawk starting to work into second. Yahoo Serious working into the race as well. They're in third spot as they work down the back. No sign at all of Granite Song stopping. Continues to click through the gears. Yahoo Serious starts to make up a little bit of ground late, and Ripon Tomahawk's there for third as well. But all honours, as it turned out there with Granite Song, a really special and emotional win for Di Carmody. She now training in her own right, of course, after the passing of the fine man in John Carmody a number of weeks ago now. And Di, we're thinking of you through this period, but what a great result for you, and a really exciting time now for her as a trainer. Of course, she's put in so much work behind the scenes over such a significant period of time, and I know that would have been a really special win for Di on Saturday night. So congratulations to Granite Song. 5:45, 18:39, 29:73 overall. Well done to you, Di Carmody. The first, I'm sure, of many, many wins in store.
Yeah, 100%. And what a dog is Granite Song. But obviously, it's been a really tough time for Di, and probably hadn't had a lot to smile about in recent times. But Granite Song, as he so often has throughout his career, certainly would have put a smile on Di's face there on Saturday night. And there's not a lot more you can say about this dog. He hasn't got the accolades of some of the other sprinters in WA, but he's got the heart of a champion. And I can't really think of too many times where he's had an opportunity to win in WA and he hasn't got the job done. And we've seen there on Saturday night, he can still run time. So whenever he's around Granite Song, you know that you're certainly in a race, and he showed us exactly what he could do there on Saturday night. And yeah, no one would certainly begrudge any more success from Granite Song. He's a wonderful dog.
Indeed. And also on the night, we did have the listed Sandy's Me Mum Memorial Final. Lupini Manelli falling into defeat Custard Manelli and electrified in 29.85. Congrats to Dave Hobby, running first, second and fourth in the listed Sandy's Me Mum Memorial on Saturday night. He is back with a bang.
Yeah, fair to say. He's picked up where he left off, David Hobby, and Lupini is always one that's had ability. It's just been trying to produce it on race night. Pretty good timing, I must say. And Custard, that was a really good run as well from Custard, because it's a dog that you probably prefer, certainly over 520 metres, to be on the pace, and he wasn't really given any pace throughout the run. So for him to go 29.86 himself, thought that was a fine effort. And these litters that David Hobby has produced in the last 12 months, there's no shortage of talent there, that's for sure.
Indeed. Let's get into finding your winner for this upcoming weekend. Kicking off Friday night down there at Mandurah. Speaking of David Hobby, he trains my special on the card, race 10. It's once again the Molly Ringwald, Pretty in Pink for All Over Carly. Has had 5 starts, track and trip, won all of them. It's a real floss bandit too, loves it out there, no problem at all from box number 8. Thought only had to reproduce what it's been doing, rinse and repeat job. Let's stick with it. Race 10, number 8, All Over Carly. And from a value perspective, I don't know what sort of value it'll be. I think it might open at value, but I think it'll be turned off pretty quickly.
Much when Shorty gets involved.
No, I'm quite keen to step into this. Race 8, number 2, Rumblin' Moment. Winner 4 of its last 10 starts. When you start drilling down into some of the form, it's city top grade form, so it is absolutely elite. And it's going around here provincial grade 4 and 5. It's a big, big drop off the cliff when it comes to the grade of race it goes around in here. Joe Daly, great trainer, does an excellent job with his team, and this is one of them that I think can get the job done. Daff's Yak was our value play last Friday night from the same kennel. Let's hope there's a little bit of deja vu this time around. Race 8, number 2, Rumblin' Moment, my play there to go along with race 10, number 8, All Over Carly on Friday night. Who are you liking, Brett?
Yeah, I like your thinking there, Shorty. My best bet, race 8, number 2, Rumblin' Moment. Now, Joe Daly's not one that frequents Mandurah a lot, but we've seen it in the last 12 months when his dogs have now had a couple of starts there. they really start to kick into gear. I think it's Zippy Zenvo as Exhibit A there. But Rumble Moment, this is a dog that's mixed it with the likes of Electrified, Hinto and Firecloud in recent times. That'd all be $1, not much in this. And I remember backing Rumble Moment in a free-for-all, which was a race Electrified, just nutted him on the line in. So he's with Adzuki, who's a moderate beginner in box 1. You really think that he should be getting a lead there, because the other one that's got a fair bit of pace in the race, Cersei Friday, has to deal with Redhead Rider, who's stepping up to 490. So he's really got the map here as well, Rumble Moment. I think he could run 27, not much. He's very much a talent. So race 8, number 2, Rumble Moment. Try and get him before Shorty, before he has his 100,000 each way on it. For a bit of value, race 3, number 7, Page Keeping. Now, I'm probably scraping the bottom of the barrel here, going on 302. Not really my style, Shorty, but look, this dog's also another one that's been racing much harder opposition, I thought, and he's a win over 302 metres from box 7 in the past. Not a stack of speed in the race. Page Keeping should be quite strong to the line. It's been racing over 380 metres in town. So for a bit of value there, race 3, number 7, Page Keeping to go to the race 8, number 2, Rumbler Moment. Hopefully we can turn the tide. When we've been teaming up in recent times, Shorty, hasn't yielded a lot of success, but we're due.
We are. Well, hopefully this Friday night is the night. We'll be getting around the check runner with a rumbling moment. Let's move to Saturday night, Cannington, for the key plays there. I'm going to kick things off. Race 6, number 1, Destruction is my best bet on the program. It's had 9 starts from box number 1. It's won 6 of them, so gives us a really good indicator of how much the dog loves being drawn down near the fence. Look, it's no walk in the park. There's good quality opposition in this particular affair, but just thought that from the draw, Destruction gets every chance to run low 540s early, hold the position through the first corner, and from there, with a lap to go, if it's in front or equal with dogs and holding the fence, it'll be the dog to beat. So race 6, number 1, Destruction. And then looking for a bit of value, race 4, number 7, Rip and Grace. This was some win last week. I just really like this girl. She fronts up every time she goes to the track and gives it everything she's got. She's not brilliant early, but one thing she has got is an absolute motor, and if you let her get somewhere near you around the 600 metre boxes, just be ready for that pelt home factor, because she is enormous late. It's got that wonderful closing sectional, and she's going to need it here on Saturday night. But what did stand out about this particular heat was that there's a lot of pace. It's quite a few dogs that could be going helter-skelter into the first corner. I think Rip and Grace might just be able to get that lovely run in behind them, and if you see just 1 or 2 puffs of smoke coming out of the mouth through the back section, you know that'll be her smoking the pipe, getting ready to just steam home down the outside. So I'll stick with her on an each-way basis. Race 4, number 7, Rip and Grace as my value play for Saturday night. Brett?
Yeah, like the strong push there, Shorty. My best bet, race 7, number 2, Fav Manelli, one that does come out of the Sandy B Mum final last week. I thought it was a really good 4th effort, to be honest. This dog's only really just stepped up into open grey. That was its first taste of it, and yeah, it really did handle herself quite well here. It does have Robotnik on her outside here, who likes to race up the track, so she gets plenty of room here to show that muscle, which she does need to. She's not the best off the mat, so I think she gets every chance here. Breaks 30 as a talent, and I think you'll see that there on Saturday night. That's the best bet. Race 7, number 2, Fav Manelli. For a bit of value, race 6, number 2, Yahoo Series, taking you on here in a way, Shorty. Want to be back in Yahoo Series each way here. One thing that did strike me at this race is a lot of speed. Destruction on the inside can go quick. Got Granite Song, who just won this race last week from box 8. Plenty of talent in the middle there. Does open themselves up to a bit of trouble up front. Clearly, if one of these get out on the arm and away, they're going to run 29, not much, and they're going to win the race. But Yahoo Series can certainly still run onto the placings, quite strong, and certainly has picked up a few of these free-for-alls when there has been that trouble up front. So race 6, number 2, Yahoo Series for a bit of value. Certainly respecting your tip, though, there, Destruction, along with race 7, number 2, Fav Manelli. Cracking card there at Cannington on Saturday night, must be said. Those heats of the Puppy Classic just shows that the future of WA sprinting is still very much in good hands.
Certainly is, yeah. It's tremendous to see the next generation of star sprinters coming through, and we get to see them on Saturday night. As we said at the top of the program, good luck, of course, on Saturday night as well. Amplified over the 600 metres in that Rookie Rebel, and also Zarbell going around over the 700 metres there at the Meadows. Go you Sandgropers, fly the flag, and fingers crossed for Connections that they run really well. Thanks as always for your company. Make sure you're tuned in again this time next week for our next edition of Greyhound Gold.